Hello and welcome to a game of League of Legends brought to you by Darkninja. And today we're going to be playing AD carry on the character Tristana. So I did accidentally start recording this game kind of near the start. I kind of forgot to record before the loading screen. Obviously very sorry for this. You do start Doran's Blade or Boots depending on what support you've got. So on this one I'm running a Soraka, so I know I've got a constant heal coming in, so I can easily pick up a Doran's Blade instead of having to buy my Boots. And so I'll just cover a couple of things about the character before we start commentating on the gameplay. As you can see, it's still got to be running in the background. We do pick up some nice kills. Nice little team fights and stuff like that, but I just want to kind of touch a bit on the actual champions, what I play like, what guides, as a bit of a guide video I guess. We're going to try a new little thing. So as I said already, you can either start Doran's Blade or free health pots and boots, depending on what support you've got. If you've got any support with a heal, so Soraka and Taric, always get yourself a Doran's Blade. Be able to push the other AD out quite easy, and you'll be able to farm a lot easier. Because if you've got someone like Nunu support, or even any support that doesn't have a heal, as I said, it is best to get your boots and your health, but a bit more mobility so you can trade off a bit easier. It'll also give you those health pots to stay in lane and farm as much as you want. Now early game, when you are laning, you just want to be farming as much as you can. Obviously, if the enemy champion does come out a bit, do give them a couple of poke shots. You don't really want to be committing into a fight too early as Tristana. She does scale very well with gear. Her jump ability is super good. So skill sequence wise, you're going to start off taking your E first, and then basically max your W, and then max your E, and then max your Q after that. So a little rundown on the spells, obviously picking up your ultimate on 6, 11 and 16. So the skills, her Q basically is an activate increase attack speed, which is very nice for, you know, any AD with more attack speed is great. So that's that one. Your W basically does a jump, and on the area that it lands on, it does slow any targets that you land on. It also resets on a kill. So pretty much you want to lead with this first, and then pop your Q, and then place an E on them. Now your E is basically going to reduce healing done to the target, and put a damage over time effect on it. Also passively, every time you last hit a creep or last hit an enemy, it'll basically make them explode, so you do damage around them. So yeah, it's very good to always activate. It's not super costly on mana, so you can do it quite well. And finally, her ultimate is basically a giant cannonball that pushes an enemy back, and any enemies that enemy hits will also be pushed back. As you saw me doing this last clip, I pushed 3 enemies over the edge, which made us win the team fight, so we could focus one down. So it's very useful in team fights and very easy to get a good kind of ultimate off. So that's pretty much the basics of the character. As I've said, you always want to lead with the W. It's also a great spell to keep so you can escape. There's one problem: if you do lead with your W and you don't get the kill, you can't get out of the fight. It's very hard to live with a Tristana when you're bang in the middle of like 3 people hitting you. It's not a good idea to be doing. So rune setup and mastery setups for this. My runes are flat AD reds, armor yellows, purely, well, I'll go through the reasons after. And also magic resist flat blues, and attack damage quints. So the reason I take the flat AD reds is it gives you that boost damage early game. Also allows you to be able to hit a last hit easier, which is what you need as an AD. So I take the armor runes on the yellow, purely it just stops damage from the AD. It's very common sense, and a lot of you probably get, why are you saying this? But I've seen a lot of ADs that don't run the right runes at all. Now I'm not saying that my runes are right and you should be using them every time. This is what I've found, and it's a hell of a lot easier to run these runes. I find that I can beat majority of ADs in lanes with these kind of runes. Obviously, your magic resist on your blue isn't going to help you really early game. It does obviously help you if you've got someone like Sona, or knockups from Janna or anything like that. It is going to help you kind of, you know, take a bit less damage. As you see on that nice little cut there, Sirocco picking up the kill, well played. So mastery wise for him, it's pretty much 21-9-0. So in offensive tree, you want to be picking up every single AD scene. So all the lifesteal, all the extra damage, all the crit, all the attack speed, all the armor pen. And obviously increase on damage. And then in the 9 points of defensive, you want to pick up armor, 1 in magic resist, the increased heal, because we do run heal on AD's bottom now, which is quite a common thing. But yeah, I don't really know how it suddenly all came across as everyone using heal. It used to be frowned upon, but everyone runs it seems now, and you get called if you don't run if you don't run heal, you get called a noob. When I used to play a lot, it used to be newbie to take heal, but things change, and it's all good. And seeing that team fight there, that knockback is just demolishing, so hard. It's a nice little triple kill here as well. I don't think I actually get him, but yeah. So Summoner Spells, as I've stated, you don't really need flash on him. I normally run either Heal Ignite, depending on what we're playing against, or Heal Exhaust. So, depending on what you're playing against, you kind of pick up if you've got a Sirocco, take Ignite, because those heals are ridiculous. So that's pretty much the character-wise. Item build is standard AD. As I said with the website in the last video, I will be uploading a lot of guides on there for any characters. If you want to see a champion reviewed on anything, if you want to know a guide or anything, just give us a message. That is going to be it, guys. We have defeated the Nexus. I would like to thank you a lot for watching, and I will see you next time.